and welcome to Weddlink's Wedding DIY. I'm your DIY guru Brooke, and on today's episode I'm going to show you how to make some table numbers for your wedding reception. Firstly, I just want to apologise for not having DIYs up on a regular basis, as many of your brides know that I myself am getting married, and planning the perfect wedding can take a bit of time, and I just want to apologise for not having our DIY videos up as usual. So let's get started. What you're going to need for today's DIY is your paintbrushes, some paints to match your colour scheme. You can just use acrylic or water-based, doesn't really matter. Some little decorative details, any design or shape that you want for your scheme will work. Some stencils that we've used before in our other DIYs, and our little place cards. Now this you can get from the local dollar store, and it's just a little canvas with an easel that it comes with. Now that we have everything, let's go ahead and get started. You're going to firstly take your canvas or your board and choose any stencil number that you want to start with. I'm just choosing 6. Taking a paintbrush that's got a nice firm bristle, and I'm going to start by painting my numbers in blue. And you can use any kind of paint that you want. You can use acrylic or water-based, just because it's going straight onto a hard canvas. It doesn't really need to be a specific type of paint. So just dab your paintbrush in, just a little bit. You don't want to get it too wet, otherwise it tends to bleed. So you're going to make sure that your number is in the center, and just holding it down with your fingers, and then you're just going to dab it. It will come out lightly to begin with. Then you can let it dry, and then you can always go over with more paint to make it darker. And then you're just going to dab through the whole number. So it looks pretty good so far here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to place that aside. You want to let it dry, make sure it dries really good. So leave it for about an hour. If you're in a bit of a rush, you can always get the hair dry out and speeding it up the drying time. But place it aside in a nice dry area for about an hour. Come back and we'll show you what to do next. Alright, now that our board is dried, what we're going to do is take a small tipped paintbrush and your white paint, and what we're going to do is neaten up our little edges. If you like the bleeding effect, then go ahead and leave it, but I'm going to go ahead and tidy it up a little bit. So you're just taking your white paint, dipping it in. Again, you don't need too much for this, and you're gently going to have a steady hand to go along and touch up the edges. So now that I've finished touching it up, we're going to go and move on to our next step, our final step. What I have here is our little stick-on adhesive flowers. You can use any decorative design that you want. I just chose flowers for a nice summer and spring theme. And I have 3 of each colour, so what I'm going to do is just place them in an arrangement. You can use any pattern or any amount that you want. Just try it out and see if you like it. I think I like how that's going to go. So then you just take the back off and stick them down. Doing that with the rest of your adhesives. If you've chosen little decorative pieces that don't have an adhesive on the back, you can always use double-sided sticky tape or a glue gun. Another way of finishing this off is grabbing the bottom of one of your small pens or paintbrush, choosing the 3rd colour, which today is yellow for me, and I'm going to do little dots around the outside of my numbers just to enhance it and add a nice little touch. Again, you can use your own design. You don't have to do exactly what I do. This is just an idea and a guide for you. Go ahead and use different colours. You can use different patterns and everything like that. It's just something fun and personal that you can add to it. Thanks again for watching. If you liked what we did today, go ahead and press that like button. And if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and do so. And whilst you're online, go ahead and check out our online shop where you can see all of our fantastic products and this week's featured items. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.